Setting up a good payday routine isn't just about making sure you can afford a cup of coffee every morning. It's about taking charge of your financial future. A payday routine helps you tell your money exactly where it needs to go.
Today's video, I'm going to be sharing steps that I follow, or the process that I follow on my payday routine that helps me to save, invest, and pay my bills. So step number one is that you need to understand how your money flows each month when you get paid, whether you get paid on a weekly basis, fortnightly, or once a month. You need to understand how you would want your money to flow. So I'll give you an example on how my money flows. I get paid once a month, but this is how I have structured my payday routine. So it makes it easy whether I'm paying myself, paying my bills, because I already know how my money flows each month. So I will give you guys an example on the following chart. So if you can see here, my paycheck, it's, I would say it's my salary or my pay slip. Within that, taxes will be deducted, and then before it comes to my current account, my work pension will also be deducted. So I don't have to do anything. It's automated by my job or where I work. So that cash will come out. So what I receive on my current account, it's less taxes and work pension fund. So from my current account, I have 3 accounts that I transfer money to be able to save and invest consistently. So I have a savings account, an account that helps me pay my bills, subscriptions, and also credit cards. So basically it's a bills account, so I've named it bills account. And I also have an investment account. That's the account that I buy exchange traded funds each and every month. And then from my savings account, or within the savings account, I have long-term goal savings account, and I also have an emergency fund. So within the savings account, it allows me to open multiple accounts. So I've separated them to say this account would be for saving for my long-term goals, which I've talked about in this channel, to say ideally I would want to buy property or units that will help me generate passive income in terms of rental. So that's the account where I save the money from too. And I also have an emergency fund account that's also separated because I don't want to put everything in one account. And then from the investment account that I have, within that investment account that I use to buy exchange traded funds, I've opened another account which is for kids. It's kids investments, which I also buy exchange traded funds for them. So it's separate from my account. I have my own, and they also have their own account, but it's within one opened account. So this is how my money flows. So each month when I get paid, I know what's gonna happen, because from my current account, from the current account, I know that I've automated these 3 things. The cash that will go to the savings account is automated. The cash that will go for servicing my bills, subscriptions, and also paying out my credit card, it's automated. And then cash that will go for me to invest for long term, it's also automated. So whatever is left usually in the current account, I would classify that as my fun money, cash that I can spend on things that I say maybe I want to buy for that particular month, or maybe if I feel like I want to go out and eat, if I want to eat out, that's the money that I can spend. So it will be left in that current account. It's the cash that I can say that I spend without feeling guilty. But to be honest, it's not a lot of cash that will be left inside the current account, because already when I receive my salary, this part from the current account to my credit card investment account, it's automated. And the cash that comes to the savings account, usually I go in myself when the account has been funded. I transfer for my long-term goal and also for my emergency fund. But the cash that goes to my investment account, it's automated because I already know what I'm buying. If it's an S&P 500, it's automated. I've certain percentages that I've kind of categorized. I only buy 5 ETFs on my investment account. So when that money is my account at the end of each and every month, it automatically buys those exchange traded funds, and I don't have to think about it. The only cash that's not automated is the cash that lands into the kids' investment account, so I have to go in and manually buy exchange traded funds for them. So that's how I've structured my payday routine, and I understand how my money flows. So for you to have a proper payday routine, I know it differs from person to person because we all don't get paid in the same time. You just have to structure your own payday routine so that you know and understand how your money flows and how you would want to do things when you get your money. And step number 2 is that you need to review and adjust your budget. So basically, before you get paid, I usually do this step before I get paid because there are certain things that are not automated, like things for money for buying groceries, money for maybe having fun. So those things are not automated. So I continuously review my cash, for example, for buying food to see where we are, or if I'm spending more or I'm spending less, or maybe for that particular month, the cash that I'm left with, I spend it so quick and I'm left with nothing towards the rest of the month. So I make sure I review my budget each and every month and adjust accordingly, according to how I would have spent my money for that particular month. And I only do that by downloading a bank statement for the last maybe 27 days or 28 days, because I usually review my budget 2 or 3 days before I get paid, so it makes the process easier. Then you will kind of look at each transaction and see where your money has gone. So it will help you kind of consolidate everything on how you have spent your money for that particular month when you sit down and review your budget. And then step number 3 is that you need to plan and list all your expenses. If you don't have anything automated, this is your time where you'll be planning to say, okay, I have fixed expenses, which are my water, electricity, rent. Those things probably, as I assume, if you have a bond or you are paying rent, those things are already automated. It's just a debit order out of your account. But then there are certain things like budget for food, maybe money for eating out if you eat out, or money for having fun with the family if you have activities that you do. Those things are variable, so you must sit and plan and allocate cash for those things. So that's what I do on step number 3. I review my budget first, and then I sit and plan and list the things maybe that I would want to do for that particular month that would require money. Then I allocate cash for all the variable things, because that way when my money comes in, when I get paid, it makes things easy because I already know that I have this and this and this that I'm going to spend my money on. So it's very, very important to actually kind of do this before you get paid, so that you don't have any surprises when it comes to your money. And step number 4 is that this is when now you have received your money, whether it's you are paid fortnightly, you are paid at the end of the month, you need to pay yourself first. So for me, paying myself first, as I've shown on my flow chart, is that money goes to my investment account, my savings account, and all. That part for me, it's already automated. So I pay myself first without even looking or without even thinking about it, because I have already automated those things, and I know that each and every month I have money that's going into my investments where I buy exchange traded funds for myself and the kids, and I have money that I'm saving for long term, and I'm also saving for emergencies. So those things for me are automated. So immediately when the cash hits my account, I know that I'm paying myself first before I pay any bills. And then step number 5 is that you need to prioritize paying your bills. If you don't have anything automated, it means that you sit down again and then you open your budget from your plan or your list of things that you plan to pay or spend your money on. It means that you're going to do this manually. You allocate cash towards your rent, maybe allocate cash for your food. So this is when you will be sitting down to do the process. Now it makes payday routine easier because you have planned it. Now you are just executing. So this part, it's for you to kind of execute what you have planned on step number 3. You sit down, you pay your bills, pay yourself first if you don't have that automated, and pay all your bills if you have bills, if you have your credit card debt, whatever bill that you have in your life. You sit down and you do this when you get paid. And step number 6 is that you need to save for emergencies. You would want to know how much you would want to save towards your emergency each and every month. Saving for emergency, saving to pay yourself rent, for investing, and also for saving for long term. These things should be automated. For me, I just feel like these are the things that you shouldn't be thinking about when you get money, so they should just be automated. If they're not automated, this is the chance where you are saying that you will be saving money for emergencies. And step number 7 is that you need to allocate cash for having fun. As much as we would want to direct our money into certain things, and we know that we are saving towards a specific financial goal, it's also important to have money that you're going to save, to say, this is money for me to have fun and also enjoy myself, either with friends or also family. That way you don't feel like you are restricting yourself too much. One thing I would say is that don't allocate so much. Your fund money should not be more than what you are saving and investing. Let that money be there for you to say, okay, I'll spend this money if whatever that I've been looking for, if it's sale related in terms of clothes, or maybe having fun, or going on a holiday. But even things of going on a holiday, those are the things that you can plan way in advance and actually have an account for, to say, I'm saving towards going on a holiday maybe in 6 months or 9 months time. But the cash that you'll allocate here is cash that you are saying, when I spend, I'm not gonna worry about it at all. It's money for me to enjoy. So always allocate that cash so that you don't find yourself withdrawing money from your savings account just because you'll be feeling like I've deprived myself so much and I don't have money to do things that I love. So basically that's how I structure my payday routine. So I find it easy when I get paid, because I already know that almost 70% of my payday routine, it's actually automated. So it makes things super easy when I get paid, and it makes a payday routine really easy. But one thing that I also do, just because things are automated, it doesn't mean that I don't review and adjust. I do that in a quarterly basis, and I sit down with myself, I review my budget. If I feel like, okay, maybe I'm saving a lot, I'm not left with anything at the end of the month for me to spend, I usually adjust things accordingly as I go, so that I don't feel like I have to be saving so much money but I'm not having fun at all. So that's also the most important aspect you should look at. So I do hope that this video has kind of given you a bit of a light on how you should structure your payday routine. The most important thing I would say is know how your money flows. If you know how your money flows, trust me, you'll be able to automate lots of things. So that's all for today's video. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.